Hello, white people. Here I am. Here I am again. This is my third try at a live stream. The reason I only had 2 short live streams before is because I wasn't getting any notification that anybody is watching this. My little icon says that there's 0 people watching it right now. And then when I signed off and then I looked at YouTube, I saw that there was several people watching it and several people commenting. Now we're 30 seconds in and I don't see anybody commenting, anybody watching. It doesn't mean that's the case or not. So I will just say what I plan on saying, and I apologize for not interacting with everybody. So oh, one person popped up. Let's like that. Oh, okay, here we go. Andrew Nova. Hi, Andrew. How are you? So if you guys follow me on a regular basis, you know that I drove to Michigan from Washington State. And somebody told me today to tell people if I say I'm from Washington, make sure I say that I'm from Washington State, because somebody will think that I'm from Washington, D.C. You're yummy. It took me about 4 days to drive from near Portland, Oregon to near Detroit, Michigan. It wasn't a bad drive either. It was pretty good. There wasn't that many people on the roads, and I could go pretty fast. Through Montana, I went about 90 miles an hour. Even when I got into Michigan, I had to lay off the gas because I kept noticing my, my speedometer was 85, 90 miles an hour, and I didn't want to get a ticket. But I didn't see, did I see any cops? I don't think, I might have seen some cops. Hi. All right, so I took a plane on Sunday and I came back to Washington for a few days. I have lots of friends out here, and on a regular basis I might hear from them, like, I don't know, a few times a week or whatever, but not like every day, not like all the time. And then I started telling people, I plan on moving to Michigan. I've started moving all my junk there. And people freaked out. All my friends that I know here, they freaked out. Hello, Rational Wrong Think. Did they frisk you? I'm so old. No, I gotta pay people to frisk me. And even then, again, Guten Tag. Even then, if I paid somebody to frisk me, I doubt if they do it. I'm a half century. I'm sure I smell like mothballs. And decaying flesh. Don't we start to have an odor like death? Don't we smell like death when we get old? Anyway, my voice never gets old. Thank you so much. So anyway, I had to come back out here for a week to make everybody happy. Better than goat balls, huh? So now I feel like I'm being pulled in 2 different directions, but guess who caused that problem? See, right there. Oh my gosh, I caused too many problems for myself. All right, so when I got out to Michigan, take care of my elderly family members, the situation was a lot worse. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wow, I got hit with a yawn. Sorry about that. The situation was a lot worse than I had anticipated or figured out, because when you have older people, they always go, yeah, everything's fine. And they're not fine. So I got them all situated with home care, and I came back here for a week, and then I'm going to go back. It's pretty tough. But I took so Sunday I get on the plane, and I decide to, I told my family I was driving back from Michigan to Washington. And I have some friends near Cincinnati, so I drove there, parked my car, got on a plane. I guess the Cincinnati airport is actually in Kentucky. And the people in Kentucky are so nice. Oh boy, I love Americans. You know, you just talk to people and then all of a sudden, you know, like an hour later, you've made new friends. They're so sweet. Got on the plane, everything was good. My next flight, I had a connecting flight, and I went to Minnesota. So I'm in Muslimville, Minnesota. And then there's a whole bunch of ragheads there. I'm trying to think of something clever, you know, some sort of clever diss. But anyway, so I was getting on my next flight, and they wanted me to wear a mask. And I said, I have asthma. And they said, carry on. So, oh my gosh. Oh, sorry about that. I'm at East Coast time still. Boy, this time change is brutal. When I get to the East Coast, or East Coast time, I guess I'm in the Midwest, it's hard to, that 3-hour change is pretty hard to get used to. And then coming back out here, the first night I was in bed by 6 p.m. Pacific Coast, or Pacific Standard Time. Gosh, I'm delusional. I'm way past my bedtime. And then I'm waking up about 3 or 4 in the morning here. How fabulous is that? I'm up at 3 in the morning. What am I going to do at 3 in the morning? It's dark outside. Anyway. I'm no fun. I keep yawning. I apologize. Are you guys still there? I see that there's 8 people watching. I'm so popular. 8 people. And let's see here. So, is anything exciting going on? I haven't gone anywhere since I've been back to Washington. I just came to my house and just getting my stuff done and, you know, talking to all my friends. I could make YouTube comments at 3 a.m. That's true. Oh my gosh. You know, when you're so busy you can't even see straight, you just, I stop watching. I watch Anomaly. Do you guys watch him? He's got some great... Oh my gosh. So sorry. Hi, Barbie Chan. Thank you. I don't know if you guys watch Anomaly. He has some very well thought out commentary. I watch him probably more than anybody else lately because I really don't have a lot of time to watch any YouTube videos and keep up on the news. I heard something about an Obamagate. I don't even know what Obamagate is. I actually probably already know, but just haven't connected the dots yet or whatever. Obamagate. Oh, the story on the pups. Their original owner is back at her house, and she's back at her house, and she wants her puppies back. So my sister is taking them there Thursday. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. Rational Wrong Think, congratulations. You get to go outside. God. It's unbelievable. Oh, okay, so let me tell you the latest. Okay, so you guys know I have those 2 little puppy dogs, right? And they were rescued from a hoarding situation. And my sister was the one that was keeping in contact with this lady because my sister knows her. So my sister's like, I'm busy, can you give her a call? I'm like, all right, I called her a couple days ago. And she came from this horrible hoarding situation, and the smell is so bad that my sister had to get one of those respirator type masks, not one of these little bullshit N95 breathers or whatever. I'm talking the deal where people go into filthy attics kind of a respirator, right? And so it smelled so bad, and there's just garbage everywhere and dead mice or rats or whatever. The roof is caved in. The sheriff had to be called to get this lady to come out. So this lady went back home. I don't even know how that's even possible. So this lady is back home now. Yeah, hazmat suit and World War I gas mask. And so, and then she's like, and I told her I wanted to get the dogs neutered. So I call up the vet clinics. The governor of Washington State has mandated that neutering and spaying animals is not essential. Let that sink in a little bit. And I want you guys to tell me, how did I respond? What did Susie say to these? I talked to two vet clinics. What did Susie say to the people on the other end of the phone when they told her that the governor mandated that spay and neuter was not essential? Rational wrong think. Well, I wanted to get these doggies neutered because they're both 5-year-old mutts. They're mutts. And they lift their leg and they pee on everything. Everything. It doesn't matter what it is. They pee on everything. They're not normal dogs. They pee on everything. You take them down to the grass to pee, they pee. And they pee. They don't even pee in the grass. They just come up the stairs and they pee on these dog houses here. They pee on the wall over there. They pee on the fixtures. They pee on the plants. They pee on everything. Yeah, Inslee. Oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on him. So what I told these vet clinics is I cannot believe that they caved into this tyranny. They are not Americans and they are traitors. I was really mean about it, and I had one lady apologize, and then the next lady is like, I'm gonna have to hang up the phone now. Like Karen can't handle the truth. Yeah, honestly, what I don't understand, I gotta yawn just a minute. I don't understand. Yeah, that's Andronova, that's what I said. I don't understand why these governors have not been removed. All these governors and the politicians who put in these mandates telling people telling people that if they kept their business open that they're going to be fined $750 or $1,000 a day. Those people need to be forcibly removed from office. And there needs to be rope used. I cannot tell you how angry I am. There's a lot of people who are angry. I talked to somebody at my doctor's office today, and I'm just sassy about everything I say when I talk to real people in real life. And the gal, she said, I love you. So, deaf bread, yeah, tarred and feathered. Oh God, I can't even imagine how painful that would be. That hot tar in your body. Oh my gosh, I got a horrible case of the yawns. Yep. Day of the R bleep, P bleep. Yep, can't say anything anymore because of the communism that we live under. People are just so dingbatty, they think that it's okay to have our rights removed from us, even though somebody said the rights can't be removed or given. They're inalienable. Rational Wrong Thinks, thanks for stopping in. Deaf Bread, yes. How can you pay the fine if your business is shut down? No, Deaf Bread, if you don't shut your business down, if the governors had deemed you non-essential and you still opened up, then Karens would turn you in and the government would send one of their Karen officials and, hey, dude, man, and you would be fined daily, not just like one fine. You'd be fined daily, $750 a day. And in some states, I think it was $1,000 a day. Yeah, Arbery is a good jogger. That's funny. I apologize, I keep yawning. I'm on East Coast time here. It's way past my bedtime. I think it's probably around 9-ish here on the West Coast. You can't vote out communism. It's that people are so willing, or so afraid, they're just willing to accept anything. People own a business, you just really, it's a lot of risk to have a business, to have a small business. And most businesses can't afford $750 a day, and when you're dealing with the government, you can't win. Can't win against the government. And then there's people out there that won't back you up. Those are the most dangerous. Karens are the most dangerous people. Boy, this is going to be so charming, listening to me yawn. It's just an absolute travesty that, well, something good always comes out of something bad, right? So if we really give this some thought, it really reveals who the traitors are to the American people. And it's not just the politicians. See, the politicians can say whatever they want, but then there's the people's veto. And people who are too afraid to exercise the people's veto, those are the people that we need to be the most concerned about, because they're going to give up their liberty for safety. And there is no such thing as being safe. You can't walk out to your mailbox and be guaranteed that you'll be 100% safe. Deaf bread. You half love me. So out here on the West Coast, a lot of people are transplants. I think that's what is the most irritating thing about living out here. When I was younger, people were from here. Almost everybody was from here. And then about the 90s or so, maybe the 2000s, a bunch of other people started moving in from different parts of the country. And it was people who were escaping their families, people from the East Coast, people from the Midwest. And then when I go out to the Midwest, huge families. My grandpa built this, my great-grandfather did that. You don't hear that out here. And that's the problem out here when you don't have roots. I'm sure a lot of these big cities, a bunch of people that live in these big cities aren't originally from these big cities, and they have no roots, and people without roots are easily manipulated. I don't have TV, so did they play the Waco series on mainstream TV or on cable station or something? So, Deaf Bread, are people multi-generational in Arizona, or are they a bunch of transplants like out here in Washington? Oh, Netflix, okay. I have Netflix, but I never watch it. It's kind of like a family thing, One family member has it, and a whole bunch of us have different accounts. I like to watch the USA, that cable station. It was USA. I don't know what they call it now. Stuff from about 15 years ago. Reruns. Oh, come on now. What is it, Susie? Psyched. That's the one. You ever see that one, Psyched? That is hilarious. I watch those over and over and over again, and I laugh every single time. But I don't watch anything mainstream, back in, what is it, the 80s or something? Maybe it was the late 70s, early 80s, something like that. It came out that they were in the movie theaters. They were putting suggestions in the movies, like they were flashing popcorn in or some sort of suggestion to get people to buy popcorn. And so I assume that they do that on TV and in any sort of mainstream or larger sort of production on YouTube. I think YouTube probably does it because I don't know, this is probably maybe more than a year ago. I'd be watching a YouTube video and just for no reason I'd feel angry. Maybe that's my female hormones. Who knows? But let's see, what does Deaf Bread say? Transplants in the gulags of the Trailer Valley, where blue-collar workers slave away while high business and manipulators of truth reside in the majestic hillsides along mountain cliffs. Andrew Nova, I don't have TV, so people report the new rules or tyranny it must follow. Dude, man, in the 60s it was at the drive-in, subliminal messaging. Oh, that far back, huh? Yeah, so that's on TV. And that's why I won't watch it. And especially in commercials, I will cover up the commercials. If there's a commercial on YouTube or whatever, I'll cover it up with my hand and turn the volume off. When I was on my airplane flight, they showed a commercial. I put my jacket over it. And one of these airplanes, the second airplane I took, had a TV set in the back of the seats. You can connect your earbuds to it, whatever. Yeah, so there's definitely subliminal messaging. Are you guys following Project Veritas? Alright, so I thought Project Veritas was legit for a long time, and then I don't know if you guys ever do any sort of a transvestigation. Look at what's his face, O'Keefe. He kind of looks like an FTM to me. Like, what's the other one? Is his name Ben? No, not Ben. Well, you know, good Lord, I'm helpful here, aren't I? Just to... brain's not working. Vox Day looks like an FTM. Who's the other friend that he's talking about him? And they call themselves the Bears. It's just so weird. He got booted off of YouTube. Anyway, that really tall guy. What the heck? And he's a comedian and he travels all over the place. I think he's an FTM too. I don't know. Do you guys ever look? Have you ever done a transvestigation? Do you know how to do it? Anyway, so I'm talking about Project Veritas. And so anytime I see anything on mainstream media, so Project Veritas, one thing about Michigan, I did a video about that. And, wow. It was on Fox News. And you know, Fox News is part of the controlled narrative. I don't see anybody commenting anymore. Are you guys still there? I see 11 people are watching, but I don't see anybody commenting. Message could not be sent. Huh. That's weird. Crap. A message. That message could not be sent. God. I'm gonna end the stream. I probably got booted.